Hello my friends, this is Len and welcome to Home and Garden. For today's video, I am going to show you this side garden is actually next to my vegetable garden and also my fruit trees. I have this side garden over here that I planted a lot of crocus mia and also some irishes. So I am going to change these plants because I purchased actually some of the Rebecca, the pink one, and also added some more Snapdragon. So I purchased this rose compact coneflower for a while and I just leave them actually in the pot because I am planning to plant them in this side garden, and I have again all the crocus mia and the irishes that planted here. I've waited until all the crocus mia are done blooming, so it is time now for me to remove all the bulbs and plant and rearrange some of my plants that I have it under flowering cut garden, which is I have the black eyed Susan. I want to alternate actually this coneflower, this pink one, and the yellow one because this side of my garden they receive a full sun. So this black eyed Susan is actually planted here on my flowering cut garden, and also there's a lot of babies underneath this mother plant. So what I'm trying to do is just collect all the babies or divide this plant. So I'm going to alternate and plant them with the pink coneflower and added them on that side because again they're receiving a full sun, and this coneflower and also the black eyed Susan they require at least 6 to 8 hours of full sun. So I will start and removing all the crocus mias and also the bulbs of the irishes on that side, and I actually have an alternate of snapdragon on that side as well. So check it out and stay with me until I finish that project. Let me give you a close-up look on how all the seedlings of this black-eyed Susans look like. So this is again the mother plant, and then underneath here there's an extra seedlings, which is I am going to collect all of this later on once I'm done cleaning the area and where I want to plant them. So all of that are the extra seedlings. They are very healthy actually. Again, for this rose compact coneflowers, there's a lot of dried flowers already because when I purchased them, they're actually really healthy. And now it's their time to be planted direct in the ground. There's a lot of seeds actually that I can collect and add them in the ground or just put them on the side for a while. So I am planning to divide this one, like this one pot over here, I can divide like about 3 separate plants. And same thing with this other pot. I think this one I can do at least 2. So let's see on how many that I need to put an alternate with the black eyed Susan, and I'm really excited to plant them on this side area. Let me also show you a wider look on what location that I really want to plant them. So again, this is the vegetable garden, and I do have the grapes over here. This is the marionberry. I have the two cherry trees here, and then this side, this is the space that I want to redo the plants. All of this orange flower over here, so they're done in the blooming season. You still see some of the beautiful trumpet shaped flowers, and these are the crocus mias. So this is actually the seed. So I am going to remove all of this. I actually planted an alternate of Irish and also crocus mia, but it's just this time they are overcrowded in this area and it needs to be redone. And it's almost fall. Summer is almost over. So you can see all this foliage are just dropping everywhere. Yeah, that it looks nice. So I need to clean this up and make it neat and clean. So I have a new area that I can actually enjoy. And again, all this side I have the snapdragon in here, and I alternate this plant all the way to that side, and from here again I am going to remove this crocus mia all the way to that area. So finally, I finished clearing up this area. And as you remember, there's a lot of crocosmia and also the Irish plants in this side. I have to actually dig the dirt just to make sure I remove all the bulbs of the crocosmias because there's a lot. I will show that to you next, and also I leave the snapdragons in here, and so behind this one I have this marionberries, and then now I am ready to plant all the rose coneflowers in here and also the black eye Susan. So I'm going to alternate them and plant them all the way from this side until the very end next to the cherry tree. So before I start planting this new plant, let me show you all the bulbs that I got from the area that I cleared up. This is all the crocosmia bulbs. And as you can see, this one, it looks like a 10 gallons. And then same with this one and all the way here. And I collect a gallon of Irish bulbs. And also let me show you the other crocosmias that I didn't even cut the foliage yet. I still have a pile to do over here. And let me start and dig the dirt so I can actually transfer some of the plant from the pot, and let's see and how the outcome, and hopefully it's beautiful, and I am so excited to actually put them in so I can actually view on how they look like into this area. So I'm also adding this Picasso speedwell. This is a perennial plant. I will put this in the very end of this row, and I actually need to move the hydrangea a little bit further on this side so that this new plant will have enough space. And this one, they don't really grow that tall. The tallest one, or the mature size of this plant, is actually 26 inches. So this is perfectly on this side, and it's also receiving a lot of full sun. So let me start and dig this area and plant this new beautiful plant. Since I only have these two coneflowers, what I'm going to do is actually divide them. So I'm going to divide this one pot in three plants, and then for this one I can divide them for like two. So I need to alternate the black eye Susan with these coneflowers. So let me actually remove all the dead parts of this plant first, like the blooms. They are done, and I'm going to save these seeds, and hopefully I can propagate that by seeds. So for now I'm just going to cut all these dead blooms, and then I'll show you later on how to divide this so we can create or plant more rose coneflower. Even though I just purchased two pots of this, I can make like about 4 or 5 plants. Okay, so let me show you a close-up look on how I'm going to divide this. So since the way that they plant this one in this pot, they put like 3 clumps. So this is the first one. I can separate that, and then this is the second one. And then on this side, the third one. So I'm going to remove this plant in this pot first and then divide them. So I'm going to loosen this pot first so I can see where to start to divide them. And they already have this fertilizer. This is the slow release fertilizer actually. And then now so I'm just using this shovel. There's like a shredded part of this, which is I'm going to use to cut the area so I can divide them. So I separate it. As long as there's a roots that stays or remaining on this side, it should be okay. So I got the first plant. The second one. And then this one is the third. And then I'll do this one as well. This is the second pot. And for this, I'm just going to divide them in two. And it's really easy. And there you go. This is my fourth plant and my fifth one. So I'm going to start to plant them and make them as a alternate with the Black Eye Susan. And for Black Eye Susan, I still need to get that from the Flowering Cut Garden. So next I'm going to water them, and then after that I'm going to add some mulch on top of it. And also before winter I'm going to add more mulch so that I can actually winterize them so they can survive the cold weather. So I added the mulch, but unfortunately I don't have enough to cover this area, so I need to buy more bags of mulch. And again, this is what I planned for today. So I alternate this coneflower with this Black Eye Susan, and then I actually move all the snapdragon. This is actually the evergreen snapdragon, and put them together in one area, which is the center. And then I add again on this side and alternate these plants. So this is the far view of the project that I did for today, and hopefully by next year they will be more bushy, and then it will cover this area, and then we will see more blooms. And I am so excited for next summer to see all of these beautiful blooms. So when you do a project like this, you want to make sure you have enough time. Maybe you can do this on one weekend, because removing the old plants, especially with plants with a lot of bulbs, and you want to make sure that you will take it out all the bulbs so they don't have to grow again on this side. So that's what I did. I want to make sure that all the crocus Maya bulbs are out in here. And also I added the mulch just to help to prevent some weeds to grow on this side, because I want to just focus on looking onto these beautiful blooms of the coneflower and also this Black Eye Susan. And also you can add some other plant behind this one, which is I will think first and plan properly and what kind of plants will add to this, because in this side I have fruit trees, I have the vine of the marionberries. I have also the rhubarb and also other plants behind them. So I need to make sure which plants are maybe a good combination to add with this sun-loving plants. So, okay, my friend, that's the end of my video for today, and I hope you will come back and see for next year. I will give you an update on how this area look like. But again, for the winter time, it will go back to dormant, and you're not gonna see any plant in this side until, of course, next year's spring. So I will give you an update on that, and I am so excited to see them to cover this area. And I'll see you in my next video. You take care. Bye.